Coming out the pussy Peyton Picasso. Nobody came out the pussy Peyton Picasso. That's the realest shit I can say. Like, the game is negative 100 days out. I rage quit all day against Caitlyn. You gotta stop that, bro. It's not that deep. Again, if you rage quit, bro, go play Cooking Mama. Go get your 3DS and play some Cooking Mama. Forgive me. As long as you try to improve afterwards, bro. As long as you log back on and hit training mode and figure out why you losing. Don't alt F4 and then go to Twitter talking about the game is ass. Like, nah, you just ass. You just don't want to hold yourself accountable. And that's the problem with a lot of FGC people. They don't want to hold. That's a lot of people. Problem with people that play fighting games. They don't want to hold themselves accountable. Like today, I got my ass beat. Did not take a game off JBP. I raged, but I come back to practice. Difficult human stuff. No, that's real. I definitely. You can ask my training partners. I did that shit all the time. I would rage, say I'm never coming back, and then be right back in the session next week, playing and complaining about the same stuff. And then when we finally traveled, and I played other people that wasn't them, I would actually win the game, and I would actually play the game. And it's like, oh, my homies are just nice at this game, and I'm just like, I just can't compare to them, and that's okay. It's always good to have someone better than you, because if you don't have anyone better than you, you just stagnate, and you never want to stagnate. Because then you like once your hype is like, once you get knocked off that pedestal, you'll feel like it's hard to come back from that. I know my cousin always different. Yeah, man, it's just like that. Some people just like that. This is always a bigger fish in the waters. JBP tonight was like that. He did not get touched. His Warwick and Echo were doing vicious shit to us, and it's like, hey man, I gotta hold that shit. I gotta go sleep with that shit on my soul. But one, it's not that deep. I'm not gonna fucking cry and write in my journal about it. It's like, I know what I need to work on as a player, and I need to work on them things if I don't want to get sauced out, if I don't want to get sauced on again. And that's like the problem that a lot of people who get into fighting games, or a lot of people who go from playing team games to playing a game where it's just you and your mentality versus someone else and their mentality. And again, I had this conversation earlier. If you rage quitting in a fucking beta, bro, go boot up freaking Pokopia and build me a fucking Pokemon Center. Like, go boot up fucking Skyrim and play a solo game, play a chill game. Go boot up like Need for Speed or something and race against NPCs, because you don't need to be here. It's okay. But don't sit up here and lose for an hour without doing the tutorial and then blame the game and the mechanics of the game. It's like, bro, you don't know the mechanics. You didn't sit in training mode enough. You didn't do no tutorial. And if the game forced you to do a tutorial, you just like skip past it without even really thinking about like how you're gonna play the game. Like, don't come in here and not build a foundation. I take breaks to play Division on mobile. Yeah, bro, play Division on mobile, but don't rage quit in a beta. It's a beta. The game not here yet. How you rage quitting in a game that ain't here? Make that make sense. Shit's crazy. How you rage quitting in a game that ain't even out yet? Like, why you quitting in a game yo, bro, you haven't even paid for it yet. You turning off the game in the free version. What's wrong with you? I just want people to do better. Very true. I thought it was out. Nah, the Invincible versus game ain't out. 2XKO is out. And it has technically been out for like a year. But semantics, if we want to fucking argue and shit, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, just be honest with yourself, bro. Hold yourself accountable. Quitting on negative day 2 is insane. Yeah, like, just hold yourself accountable, bro. It's no need for you to be rage quitting. It's okay. All right, hold on. Let me change screens real quick. Yeah, just hold yourself accountable, bro. Like, just understand that, hey, right now you ass, but the situation can improve if you just get better. If you just, put the time in. That's all you gotta do, is put a little bit of time in. A little bit of time goes a long way. I was saying it earlier. Some things being beta for years, like Fortnite was. I think, yeah, Fortnite was in beta. I think for a long time before it like actually came out. You know what I'm saying? But still, it's like it's not that deep. These are fake online points that you're fucking rage quitting over, bro. It's not that deep. And I'm gonna keep saying it. It's not that deep. You just gotta change your mind state to improve in the game, especially if you love the game enough. You'll want to improve in the game. Definitely going to check back in. I know you probably headed out. I like hearing it. Yeah, I appreciate that. I was definitely in the stream here in a bit, but you got me back on the tangent of what the original stream title was. It's just been weighing on my soul, man. It's just I hate when people complain like there's 10 very enjoyable game when you focus on yourself. Yeah, it's like the game is way more fun when you just focus on the fun parts of it and like not focus on trying to be like the next Evo winner. Because it's like while that can happen, like every player, even every fighting game player in the world, even the best of the best, they start out fucking losing. They didn't like the saying is, you don't come out the pussy painting Picasso. Like you gotta build to that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta grow to that. It's like you can't just come out thinking that you hot shit. Cause then when you get reality check, like your ego gets hurt. And you gotta take the ego out of it. And just realize, hey, I'm ass. I'm trash. I'm not that good. What can I do to improve? You gotta ask the right questions to start improving yourself. And that's all it takes. That first step, that little first step right there goes a long way at the end of it. Coming out the pussy painting Picasso. Nobody came out the pussy painting Picasso. That's the realest shit I can say. Like nobody has done that. Like none of our fighting game goats were day ones just best at the game. They picked it up, they loved the game, they played it, they were winning, and then they were like, I could build a career on this based on how good I am. And people and then they kept going. They kept learning. They lose, they win. They don't let the losses hold them back. And it's like when you don't let the losses in your life hold you back from what's coming in the future, what's like while you're building this foundation, you go a long way. You just gotta be real with yourself sometimes. And that's what it took a lot for me to get to that point. Cause I definitely was one of those that acted like my shit didn't stink. Even though like I was like not even one of the best in the state. And then like, grinding with people who are clearly better than me and then rage quitting to them every single week. Like, looking back on it, I was immature, I was stupid, I was silly. Like it like it's so stupid. And then I cringe at how I used to be. And then it's like, now it's like if I get mad, it's like I'll get mad playing casuals, but when I'm in a tournament setting and I'm locked in, I am a different person. And like I know how to like channel my emotions, because like I know how to look at the game objectively better when it's a serious situation. But in casuals, I definitely get mad. So it's like, but like I'm never gonna rage quit, quote unquote rage quit. Especially and then like tonight's subject, like I said, in a beta, the game's release date is like a couple months from now. Like you use casual mode to practice like neutral, your bread and butter, stuff like that. Like there's no need to rage quit in casual because there's nothing on the line. But people act like they're playing for like the $1 million prize or something like that. And it's like you're just using casual mode to build foundation, and then when you want something a little bit competitive, you go to ranked. Bro, I had a clip the couple weeks ago. Somebody rage quit on me after I blocked like a super or something, and I'm like, bro, this is casual. I ain't even putting my points on the line. I'm trying to practice my team, and you're rage quitting after one game? Like, bro, how fragile are you? You made a fucking paper mache. Like, dog, you falling apart. But yeah, like I don't understand how people can be so fragile and like so just like out of touch. Like it's not that deep. it's not ranked. And it's like these magical online points on this magical online leaderboard don't really mean nothing at the end of the day. It's like, bro, like just you play the game because you love it. You play the game because you have fun. It's like win or lose. And it's like if you're willing after so many losses to keep turning it back on, like that just means you love the game. You have passion for the game. And I feel like that's lost that gets lost in people's egos a lot of the time. And it's like it's you gotta stop. But yeah, like all I ask for from fighting gameplay is a little bit of accountability, less Twitter fingers, more foundation. That's all I want. Less social media yapping, more foundation. That's all I want. Because a lot people forget that one of the basic things of fighting games is adapting to your situation. Because back in the day, we put up with Zero, we put up with Morgan. We just had to hold that shit because we weren't getting patches every other week, and games weren't as accessible to them shits. You just had to run it until you figured out the answer. And a lot of people these days don't figure out the answer. They want patch on top of patch to fix things. And that's where I think that Injustice and NetherRealm Studios gets it wrong, because they listen to the community outcry so much that everything changes almost every 2 to 3 months. You really can't live with a patch when it comes to NRS games. Like I just remember patches and hot fixes being coming week after week after week after week. And it's like how can you build a solid community and people to really give you objective shit if you're just listening to people go on Twitter with a little bit of a following and they cry about things they don't like in the game. It's like, yes, some shit was oppressive, but at the same time, like NetherRealm Studios nerfed the character to the point where they were unplayable, and then they have to give stuff back, and then it's like bro, like you had all this hype behind this brand new character, but now the community feels like they're too broken, so they need to be toned down. But you tone them down in a way that kills the character and kills it kills any enjoyment of trying to play that character. And it's like, bro, patches don't need to be like that. The casualization of fighting games needs to stop. Yeah, because like you can't casually play fighting games, bro. They're competitive. It's competitive. I'm glad you can. I'm glad you can, man. You have a great night. You too. All right, I'm about to get on another rant, Nobel. You gotta chill. The casualization of fighting games needs to stop. You're 100% right. It's good to make the games easier for a casual audience, but at the same time, people have got to stop acting like you're not gonna get punched in the face over and over before you start to see improvement. And that's where the disconnect happens, and that's where you have these newer people coming in being like, oh well, this game ain't that good because of X, Y, and Z. No, the game isn't good to you because you didn't learn the game. You didn't build a foundation. And that's what I was talking about earlier. A lot of people don't build that foundation. They try to jump in thinking they got a house when all y'all got is a cart with a blanket over it, and y'all are trying to call it a foundation. Like, fuck out of here, bro. Like, real shit. And I don't say this as like I'm shitting on the casual audience that wants to play, because the casual audience that hops in casual match, plays a couple matches, logs off for the night. They win or lose, they just wanted to get a couple games in because they like the way the game looks and they like the way they like to try to do things. That's fine. I'm not arguing with that. You are welcomed in our space. Like, don't act like, cuz like you're good at Valorant, you're good at like these multiplayer games, and then you try to play a fighting game. When you get your dick knocked in the dirt, you realize you're not as good as you thought you were in these games, and so you go back to your comfort. You go back to your comfort zone. You don't try to improve on the fact that you just got dog walked. And that's got to stop. That's got to stop. And it's like there are some creators that make it seem like, oh well, that's okay, no, it's not okay. Because it's like, if you want to improve, you can improve. There are ways to improve. There are tools to improve. Technology, like, you have the internet in your pocket at all times. Like, if you want to make the changes to improve, you just got to make the changes, and you're just afraid to. You're not motivated enough, or oh, this game ain't all that. It's like, no, the game is cool. it's just not where you want it to be because you thought you could come in and just dominate without putting in the work. Like, you gotta get in the gym and shoot a little bit before you can stand with the big dogs. They suck as people who quit betas. Yeah, no, people who quit betas are terrible. It's like, bro, I get that you love the IP and you want to play a game for the IP and you didn't sign up to get dog walked in a game with an IP that you love. But you getting dog walked and then automatically quitting out because you don't like the fact that somebody hit you with more than 10 hits. It's like, bro, you can do the same thing. The tools are there. You just got to figure out how to use them. And that's the problem I have. It's like, like people get they dick knocked in the dirt. Um, Again, you don't come out the pussy playing Picasso, painting Picasso. You do not come out the pussy painting Picasso. Like you gotta put the foundation in. You gotta, yeah. After I hang with my mom, yo, you better text my phone, call me, hit me as soon as you done, brother. On everything I love, or I'm coming to I don't know, step on your pinky toe. Use the dog walking as a template and motivation. Exactly. And a lot of people don't do that. And they'll just run back to their team player games to where they can avoid accountability at all costs.